Dear children, continues of chapter number 10. Our next topic is a green revolution. What was the name of the topic, dear children? Green revolution. It means Hariyali Kranti. Green revolution took place in our country in the decades of 1960. What they have to given that, dear children? They have to say that green revolution took place in our country in the decades. Decade, it means daska of the 1960. But before that there was a time when there was an acute shortage of the food grain. What happened that, dear children? Before that, nation was facing the problem of the shortage of the food grain in our country, in the country. An agrarian country. We know that India is known as a agrarian country. Why? Because the maximum people of the India dependent on agriculture things, and that's why we can say that India is known as also the agrarian country. Had to import the food grain, and that's why what happened that in previous time we are imported the food grain from the outside of the nation. The country was struggling against a dependent condition, and our nation was struggling against a dependent condition. It means our nation was depend on the another nation, and we was import the grains from the other nation. Now first, the extraordinary increase in the agriculture production because of improved the seeds, increased use of chemical fertilizer, intense effort of the farmer, widespread arrangement for the electricity distribution, improved facility in irrigation, etc. is known as the green revolution. What happened that, dear children? What is known as a green revolution? And this is the most important question for the board examination, dear children. What they have to given that here? The extraordinary increase in the agriculture production. Which one? Extraordinary increase in the agriculture production because of improving the seeds. Now what happened that here we improve the seeds, it means બિયારણની સુધારેલી જાતો. After we are increasing the use of chemical fertilizer, it means રાસાયણિક ખાતરોનો વધેલો ઉપયોગ. Next one, intense effort of the farmer. Intense effort of the farmer, it means દેશના ખેડૂતોનો પ્રચંડ પુરુષાર્થ, મહેનત. And widespread arrangement for the electricity distribution, it means વીજ વિતરણની વ્યાપક વ્યવસ્થા. And improve the facility in the irrigation. What happened there? Here the improving the facility of the irrigation, you know very well that sinchaya, and that's why it is known as the green revolution in India. Main objective of green revolution was to increase the agriculture production. What was the main objective of the green revolution? To increase the agriculture production. Farmer were encouraged to use the chemical fertilizer. Now what happened there? Now farmer were encouraged, it means protsahan. Now the farmer were encouraged to use the chemical fertilizer, it means rasayanik khatar, and insecticides more, it means kitnashako. This lead to attain the target to increase the agriculture production, and these things lead the farmer to increase the agriculture production. There has been record of the production of wheat and paddy due to the green revolution. Now what happened then? Due to this green revolution, and you know very well green revolution, Hariyali Kranti, what happened that there has been record of the production of wheat, it means gum, and paddy, it means dangara. Where there was a scarcity of food, scarcity of food, it means scarcity, it means achar, food, it means grains. Food grains in the country. Now today there is a sufficient storage of the food grain. It means what happened that the previous time our nation has faced the problem of scarcity of the food grain, but now in the present era what happened that there is a sufficient storage of the food grain. Once a drought was hazardous of a regular interval in India, and we know very well that so many times India was facing the natural calamity, like example drought, it means dushkal, hazardous, it means sankat, at the regular interval in India. Its adverse effects are not seen after the green revolution, and we can say that After facing this kind of the problem, we can say that the whatever the effect is, that adverse effect are not seen due to the green revolution, due to the buffer stock of the food grain. What happened that we have a buffer stock of a food grain, the condition of the drought or the scarcity are faced conveniently. It means what happened that we have a huge stock of the food grain. Due to this, the condition of the drought of the scarcity are faced conventionally. The self-sufficiency in the food grain is the landmark of the historic achievement of the Green Revolution. And that's why we can say that the self-sufficiency in food grain is a landmark of the historic achievement in the Green Revolution. Today, the production of cash crop has increased and the production of the pulses and the other cereals has decreased. Now, what happened that today the cash crop production was to be the increasing and other cereals has to be the decreasing. With the repetition of the same crop, to reach the stage where other country of the world have progressed using the better technology. What happened there? We know very well that the world have progressed using the better technology in agrarian field. Agrarian field means in agriculture field. We will have to be ready for the next green revolution, and now we have ready for the next green revolution with accepting the advanced technology in our nation. Now, role of agriculture in Indian economy. This is also the most important question for the board examination, dear children. What role of agriculture in Indian economy? It means ભારતીય અર્થકારણમાં કૃષિનું યોગદાન. Agriculture is the main occupation in India. Dear children, we know very well that agriculture is the main occupation of India. The pressure which India had the time of the independence is now reduced somewhat. However, still has an important contribution in Indian economy. What happened there? The pressure which the India had at the time of the independence, now in the present, now this pressure was reduced. And what happened that it still has an important contribution in the Indian economy. Now, first point they have to given that it provides the employment to about the half of the population of the country. We know very well that agriculture field provide the employment to about the one half of the population of the country. Second one, agriculture hold about 17% of the total gross domestic product. We know very well that our agriculture hold near about 17% of total gross domestic product. Next, paddy, wheat, oilseeds, cotton, jute, sugarcane, tobacco, potatoes, etc. are the major agriculture product of India. Which are the major agriculture product of India, dear children? Paddy, chokha, wheat, gaon, oilseeds, telebia, cotton, kapas, jute, shern, sugarcane, shady, tobacco, tamaku, potatoes, batara. These all are the name of the major agriculture products of India, and much foreign exchange is earned from their export. India ranks second in the world in agrarian production. We can say that India ranks second in the world in agrarian production. Industry like cotton, textile, sugar, paper, oil, etc., as well as the industries regarding the food processing get the raw material from the agriculture production. What we can say that so many industries get the raw material from the agriculture product. Agriculture provide the food to the people of the India. What happened that agriculture provide the food to the people of India? The Indian contribution is not consistent in the world agriculture market. What happened that the Indian contribution is not consistent in the world agriculture market because of the irregular and uncertain rain. Why? Because if the not consistent in the world agriculture market because of irregular as well as the uncertain rain and inadequate facility for the irrigation, and we have not a proper facility for the irrigation. Food security is necessary for any country. What happened that food security is necessary for any country today? If the demand for the food grain is increasing and if the food grain have to be imported, then the political independence of the country may be at a risk. If we are imported the food grain from the other nation, then what happen, that whatever our political independence of the country may be at the risk level. We have to become the self-reliant, and that's why we can say that we have to become a self-reliant. It means swavlambi in the field of the grain production due to the green revolution. Along with the increase in the farm production, there is an increase in the population of country. What happened, that one side we are increasing the farm production, second side our nation population is also the increasing. Dear children, here the Indian grain production chart they have to given that this is the 2009 and 10 year 10 11, this all kinds of India annual grain production in crore tons, they have to given the whole data in this image. In 1951 that India's population was 36 crore. How much? India's population was 36 crore 10 lakh, which today, but if you have to see, in which today is more than 125 crore, but today how much? 125 crore. This has increased the demand for the food grains, and that's why we can say that this has increased the demand for the food grain. However, there has been increase in the production of the food grain in our country during the last 5 years. What happened, that in the last 5 years there has been increase in the production of the food grain as well as the demand of the food grain. In 1950-51, India has produced 51 crore ton of the food grain. How much? In 1950-51, India produced 51 crore ton of the food grain. Now, which has been increased in the recorded of 265.04 crore ton in 2013-14. Which data is that? In 2013-14, we have now produced 265.04 crore tons with the food grain which we have today. The minimum requirement of the country can be fulfilled. What happened, that whatever the present we have a food grain stock, it only requirement and fulfill the minimum things. It is necessary to maintain the buffer stock and to increase, and this is our responsibility, that we have to maintain our buffer stock, it means use stock, and to increase it. By the buffer stock of the grain, the scarcity of the grain can be prevented during the drought. If we have a proper way or proper system for the storing of the grain, then we are the not facing the problem of the natural calamity occur, that time the scarcity of the grain, or in the case of the inadequate production in the food grains, the wastage of the food grain can be prevented by implementing the technique to preserve the grain. What happened there? So whatever the wastage of the food grain are there, we have to implement the proper technique or method to preserve our grains in the warehouses. The hungers of the thousands of the family can be satisfied if this buffer stock is distributed among them free of charge. What happened? So many people are there in the world level or our nation level, they have no facility of the food. If we have to arrange this food grain in the proper way, and if we are distribute our stock the free of charge, then so many people who are facing the problem of the hunger, then family can satisfy food through the free of charge from that stocks. It is the strong necessity of the time to stop the wastage of the food grain, and this is our responsibility, that we have to stop the wastage of the food grain, and it is necessary to strengthen the food stocking and arrangement to conserve it. And this is also our responsibility, that we have provide the proper facility for the stock arrangement and conserve the food grains. It is a good beginning that the government made the provision to supply the food grain up to the poor people, and this is the good thing. What happened then? You know very well that government has made the provision to supply the food grain up to the poor people through the Food Security Act, and you know very well that fair ration shop. Yes or no? In every villages, taluka and district level, where the government provide the food grains to the poor people. Now they have to given about the impact of globalization in Indian agriculture. What they have to given that? What is the impact of globalization on Indian agriculture? It means ભારતની ખેતી ઉપર વૈશ્વિકરણની અસર. The policy of globalization has been implemented with the purpose that the Indian farmer can sell his farm product in the world market. What happened that, dear children? Due to the globalization, now what happened that Indian farmer can sell his farm product in the world market and earn the profit. Many changes took place in the agriculture field. Now what happened that many changes took place in the agriculture field due to the globalization. The process to the export or import the crop production is made very simple. Now what happened that? Now present time the process of the export or import of the crop production made very simple and easy. Cotton, chili, tal are now available in the Chinese market, and various fruits from the world are now available in Indian market. And we can say that the various fruit from the world are now available in the Indian market. The costly genetically modified, what happened there? Now costly genetically modified BT seeds, which one? BT seeds sold by the multinational companies are now available in India. It means we can say that now in presently in India so many multinational companies are there and they all are selling the BT seeds, genetically modified seeds. Due to this, the farming has become the costly. The production of the cotton and the maize has increased, and due to accepting this kind of the seeds, now what happened that cotton and maize production of the India has been increasing. With the import becoming smoother and the domestic farm product have to face tough competition. And now what happened that presently the domestic farm product they face the tough competition. Some product have gained the global market, hence the necessary of registration of their patent. Now what happened that, dear children? Some product have gained their global market. Like example, you take the example of the mango also. Hence the necessity of the registration as well as the necessity of the patent is required from the global market. It is necessary to register, and it is necessary to register the qualitative farm production as the national patent in the world market. What happened that here there is a requirement or necessity to register your qualitative farm product as a national patent in the world market. To face the competition in the agriculture product in the global market, India will have to adopt the new technology. What happened that, dear children? If we have to face the competition at the world market, at the global market, then it is a requirement for the farmer to adopt the new and advanced technology and concentrate on the quality, and also the farmer concentrate on the quality. As a series of the planned step will have to be taken to increase the economic prosperity and solidarity of the people. Now what happened that there is a requirement for the farmer to plan the step to taken for the increase in economic prosperity as well as the solidarity of the people. Solidarity, it means unity, ekta. With increasing the population, the probable future increase in the demand of the agriculture product. What happened there? If you have to see the present population of the every nation, if you have to see the present population of the India, and you know very well that in 2011 our population was 121 crore, then the probable future is increase in which field? In the agriculture production demand. And to maintain the march to economic progress. And what happened that we have to maintain this march to the economic progress, and it is necessary to arrange the strategy for the second green revolution, and it is the requirement of the farmer. They have to arrange the strategy. It means they have to prepare one kind of the plan for the second green revolution.